So the men's submission superstars are done for the week. Now it's time for our 24 men's submission divas to show up their Christmas Eve spirit here in the Jackson, Mississippi crowd. And Paul's going to tell us all about race number 1. Paul? Okay, Brandon. Race number 1 on the women's division for week 26 action will feature the wife of Chris Schneider, Maria Schneider, taking on Andre Lewis. And from Japan, Yuka Gojimo is with us for this first race. Let's see who will come on top in the only one. Everyone is on the clock, and please start the race! Here we go. And it looks like number 1 is going to rest, so he will be left behind in the crowd. Right now, the 3 divas are making way towards the palm trees. And it looks like Maria Schneider is pausing for a moment, trying to get some attention here. The other 2 superstars are shaking the palm trees to bring down that coconut-shaped fruit. And now they're going to eat the fruit. And who's going to have command of the lead? Well, number 6 has command of the lead, but who has the best position so far? It's Andrea Lewis, followed by Maria Schneider in 3rd place in the column 1. They're battling for the best position for 2nd place. And it looks like Maria Schneider is heading for the 1. As the first superstar to get speedless is number 8. And that was a good speedless right there. I think he got all of it on that one. Right now, guess who's getting left behind in the competition? It's number 2, that's Sue. And he's with us. He's going to be left behind in the competition for DI for sure. I think he needs a lot of speedless to get back in this one. Don't you think? Yep. He's going to get speedless number 2 in his face. I don't think he'll get any more for a while. Right now it is Yuka Gojimo of Japan who is in the lead after beating out Maria Schneider for the moment. Maria Schneider trying to make a comeback against Yuka Gojimo heading into the top hill. As she will get the next command of US, he's trying to take the lead away from Yuka Gojimo. Right now Andre was getting left behind along with a couple opposite of Chao. But as we pass the 1 minute mark, it is number 2 who is getting left behind in the competition all the way back in the pack. And he pauses for a moment. As the next PS we made by number 6, who leaves the young Silver Chao and Andre Lewis in the dust. Meanwhile, Maria Schneider is trying to hold on the lead against Yuka Gojimo of the Japanese nail of Japan. Which one will come on top when they get to the goal line? We'll find out soon enough. Next PS belongs to number 7, and look at that, he passes number 6 for 4 places to come 1. Right now, as Andre Lewis and number 1 fight for dear life, guess who really needs some more speed runs every now and then? It's number 2, that's Sue. I do believe it's time now for a couple more speed runs. At least 1, but not for sure. And this is one of them, but I think that's always going to get for a while. Possibly for the entire race. Anyway, back up in front, Maria Schneider is the first to approach the home stretch, with Yuka Gojimo trying to make a statement in the only one. As number 1 wakes up for a snap, take with the next command of US, and he will lead numbers 2 and 7, and Andre Lewis left behind battling for dear life. And right now back right front, guess who's making the pass from Maria Schneider? It's Yuka Gojimo with all his flying abilities from the Japanese fans. As number 2 takes the next speed bus, Yuka Gojimo is going to celebrate an easy victory over Maria Schneider. The Japanese native Yuka Gojimo is our first winner of our Women's Division races on our Christmas Eve edition of Chao Races 2017. Great job by Yuka Gojimo. As Andre Lewis will get the next command SPUS. Yeah, poor number 2 didn't get a lot of SPUS. He's going to be left behind in competition. No more SPUS on this race, so this one is finito. Done. So with that win, Yuka Gojimo is still alive. Trying to make one last effort to make next season's cut. That's right, we'll be back with more exciting action after this, so stay tuned. The fun's just getting started. And now, Paul, it's time to pump up the party for race number 2. That's right, race number 2 will feature Jessica Claymore, Felicia Brown, and Trisha Davison. Let's find out who will come up with the victory this time around as we take a look at the lineup. The 3 divas are all prepped up and ready to go. So let's continue to bring our Christmas cheer for our Christmas Eve special. Here we go. Please start the race. Alright, there goes Jessica, Felicia, and Trisha trying to earn some wins to try to at least make it. Probably not to come out next season, but at least to get a win this week. Who will get that win this week? We'll soon know. Right on the 3 divas are going to shake the palm trees to bring down that coconut shaped fruit. There they are, they're on the ground, and now they're going to eat the fruit, and there goes Felicia Brown and Trisha Davison. These 2 children are going to be battling for the up in the front, over number 1. Jessica Claymore decided to dance to the beat back in the palm trees. And what would each Chao be doing? It looks like Trisha Davidson is going to be heading for the water along with number 1. As the first superstar against divas is number 7, who's trying to catch up in hurry. And right now a couple of other super Chao are taking water. Number 8 and number 6 to be exact, trying to gain some ground after being left behind over back at the palm trees at the start of the race. As divas number 2 in this race will be made by number 10, Felicia Brown, who is winless so far in her first 12 races, now trying to catch up to the number 1 for second place. Right now it is Trisha Davidson who has a commanding lead over number 1 and Felicia Brown, who are battling for second place. We're approaching the 1 minute mark, and who will get the next command on the Divas? Well, at the bottom right now, it's number 6 who will get the next command Divas, trying to win the battle for third place against the number 8 and Felicia Brown. Right now it looks like Jessica Claymore seems like he's getting left behind in the competition along with number 7. Which one of those two will get the next command Divas? It is going to be Jessica Claymore who gets it, thus leaving number 7 in the dust. Meanwhile, Trisha Davidson, it continues to dominate over the lead. She's going to be the first to approach the wall. I don't think either of her opponents will be able to catch up to Trisha Davidson. I think Trisha Davidson is going to sell an easy victory, even though she won't be able to come back next season for sure. Next Divas belongs to Felicia Brown. Now makes her second Divas of the race. And right now, Jessica Claymore really needs some help every now and then. She is getting left behind in the competition. I think she needs a couple more Divas if she wants to get back in this one. And she gets one of them just before she hit the wall. That makes her second Divas of the race. And back with fun, number 1 has catch up to Trisha Davidson in a hurry. Oh boy, Trisha Davidson's getting tailgated by number 1. Well, she has currently in the lead over Felicia Brown, who is in third place at come one. There goes number 1 and Trisha Davidson flying down the water as number 6 will get his second Divas race. And look at that, Trisha Davidson managed to hold off number 1 for the lead at come one. And now she is swimming away from number 1. Trisha Davidson is going to celebrate another easy victory. She won't be able to come out next season or the playoffs, but she knows she's getting the win tonight. As Felicia Brown quickly takes her second Divas, Trisha Davidson holds on the competition to secure the victory. Great job by Trisha Davidson, and number 8 has no hope for surviving whatsoever. That's going to do it for this race. Yeah, Trisha Davidson really got the job done. We'll see you next week for another side race. And there's more coming up after these messages. Do not go away. Okay, Paul, this next race is very important for one of our playoff contention hunters. That's right, Cindy Newton will take on Rihanna Simon and Dozy Harrison for race number 3. And if she wins tonight, she will clinch a spot in the 2018 Women's Division Playoffs at the end of the season. We'll soon know as we take a look at the lineup for this race. And let's down to the field again. The players will line up ready to go. Will Cindy Newton have a spot clinch in the 2018 playoffs? We're about to find out right now. Let's have a Chao race! Okay, so Cindy Newton is eyeing in on a 2018 playoff spot at the end of the season. Right now, the 3 divas are going to shake the palm trees momentarily as the fans are on their feet shooting out first shots, especially the Cindy Newton who's on the verge of clinching a playoff spot with this race. And now the 3 Chao are going to eat the fruit, and there they go, busting down the line, with Cindy Newton leading over Dozy Harrison by a few feet. Right now the 3 Chao are making way towards the bridges, and it looks like Dozy Harrison's going to be taking the water. And it looks like number 7 is going to rest as the first superstar against Divas is number 2, who wake up for a snap, and now he wakes up immediately. And number 6 is going to rest. So he's going to be left behind the competition for a while. He is expected to take the water come one. As number 2 opens this one up with back-to-back Divas, now making the pass from number 7. Right now it is Dozy Harrison who has a commanding lead, but watch out for Cindy Newton straight at the wall. That should be a very important factor indeed, especially when this will decide for Faye if she cushions a playoff spot or not. Anyway, who will get the next command Divas as we approach the 1 minute mark? It's number 7, Natsu. And look at that. That was a good speed rush right now. And now he leads numbers 1 and 6 battling for dear life all the way in the backpack. Now passing 1 minute mark. Poor number 1 and poor number 6 are getting left behind on the competition. They really need to get some speed rush if he wants to get back in this one. But let's head back to number 7. And now he moves a couple more places thanks to back-to-back speed rush. All speed rush are consecutive at this point. And right now, as Dorsey hasn't had support a while, the next divas is going to be made by number 6, who desperately needs to catch him every now and then. Right now, guess who is way behind in the competition, all the way in the back of the pack? It's Brianna Simon. That's who. I think she's going to be left behind for a long time. Yep, no chance at all. Next divas belongs to number 2. That makes his first divas in the race. And right now, Cindy Newton, with that strength, has made a pass from Dorsey Johnson. Now she has to lead for the second time in this race. Will she hold on to the lead this time? Remember, if she wins tonight, she'll have a playoff spot in her hands. She's heading for the home stretch as Brianna Simon takes her second divas of the race, trying to catch up to number 7. And it looks like Dorsey Harrison went a little too far that time. That will give Cindy Newton plenty of room to rumble. And Brianna Simon also went a little too far as number 6 takes his second divas race, currently number 1 in us. Looks like Cindy Newton is going to clinch a spot in the 2018 playoffs with a win over Dorsey Harrison. And there you have it! Cindy Newton holds on Dorsey Harrison to clinch a spot in the playoffs. What a deal! As Brianna Simon, who calls us deals, making it to all 3 playoffs for race. Alright, so Cindy Newton is in the playoffs. That's why I knew she would win tonight. Back in a bit, do not go away. Alright, Paul, let's present one more race, and then the Chao is going to take a Friday night break. Okay, for race number 4, we have Christina Bennett, who is in the hunt for the playoffs, taking on Sarah Granberry, last year's runner-up, and Nina Helms. Let's go back to the end course as we take a look at the lineup for this next race, and let's see if Christina Bennett can stay alive in her 2018 playoff chance to make the Women's Championship. Everyone is on the clock, and let's have a Chao race. Okay, there goes the next 3 divas, with Nia Helms all to a pretty good start ahead of Christina Bennett, the wife of Antonio Bennett, as a matter of fact, who is the next Jerry superstar, and we're in the men's division portion of the roster. Right now, the 3 divas are going to shake the palm rings and bring down that coconut shake food, and now they're going to eat the food, and there they go, resting down the line, with Christina Bennett and Nia Helms fighting for the lead up in the front. Sarah going to be trying her best to catch up to them. And it looks like Nina Helms and Christina Bennett are heading for the water. And who will get the win toss for this race? It's number 8. Sarah Granberry was scoreless for a while. And it looks like number 8 is heading for the water. Guess who is getting left behind the competition? It's number 1. That's who. He is all over last place behind the pack. Well, he is better to take the water. There he goes. He's flying down the aisles, trying desperately to get back in this one. As divas number 2 in this race, we made by Sarah Granberry, who was last year's runner-up, winning suffered a heartbreaking loss to Pauline Carter at the last minute. She had the number 1 seed, but her dreams were ruined by Pauline Carter. Right now, it is Christina Bennett who leads over Nia Helms heading into the top hill. And who will get the next command divas? It's number 1. That's who, number 1. As we pass the 1 minute mark of this exciting race, and it looks like number 8 pauses for more, so it's better to drop down to last place with that pausing one. And remember to thank everyone for Toys for Tots for helping support their donations during the holiday season. Thank you very much. As number 2 gets the next command US, and he got all of it on that one. And right now, back in the front, it looks like Christina Bennett is going to be the first to approach the wall. Can Nina Helms make a miracle statement at the end, or Christina Bennett hold on for the victory? We'll find out soon enough. It doesn't matter more than now. Next US belongs to number 6, who's trying to get the lead on 5-7 Chao ahead of number 1. Poor number 8 is getting left behind in the competition. He's going to need a couple of speed busts if he wants to get back in this one. And this is the first of them. And look at that. Number 1 responsible for wins from number 8, who will move up a place or 2. And back in front, Christina Bennett and Nia Helms will go in rest. Christina Bennett leading over Nia Helms, heading into the home stretch portion of the course. That's the Ruby course of the Emerald course. And right now, it is Christina Bennett who's going to be the first to approach the home stretch. As number 1 will get another turn. That makes his second speed of the race. And right now, it is Christina Bennett trying to wrap things up over Nia Helms to come on. Christina Bennett has a lot of room ahead of Nia Helms, by the way. Looks like it. I do believe Christina Bennett is still going to be in the hunt for the 2018 playoff bid, yeah? As number 1 takes back to Max Peters, Christina Bennett may Antonio Brown once again. She beats out Nina Helms by a short distance. Nina Helms will come in second, and it looks like Sarah Granberry will have himself for third place. By the way, it looks like, yep. And we have just enough time for one more speed race on this race, and then we may by number 6. That makes it second speed race. Number 8, catch us forget about this race. He is going home. Alright, so Christina is still alive. She still has a chance to make a playoffs, right? That's right, we'll set the second half of this week's action after we hear a word from this. Alright, Paul, welcome back to the second half of the women's division races. Tell us who we have next. Race number 5 will feature Sam McDonald, our defending champion Pauline Carter, and Betsy Hill. As we take a look at our for this race, Pauline Carter did a very good job winning her last week's race. Let's see if she can do it again this week. Everyone is on the clock, and we start the race. Here we go. Alright, so after her splendid win last week, Pauline Carter is trying to make her second straight win over Sam McDonald and Betsy Hill. And right now it looks like number 2 is going to rest, so he will be left behind in the competition for a while. Right now our 3 divas are going to shake the palm trees along with the yellow force here at Chao. And now they're going to eat the fruit. There they are. And off they go with Pauline Carter leading the Cowboy. And who's going to get the winning toss this time? It is going to be Sam McDonald who will get the winning toss, taking the bridges of the Cowboy. Right now numbers 1 and 2 are battling for drive, and number 7 is going to rest. So it's better to join numbers 1 and 2 for a while. And it looks like number 1 is heading for the 1. Number 6 is going to rest along with number 8. As Beavis number 2 in this race, we made by number 2, who's trying to catch up in a hurry. That should move by a couple places at a time, at least 2. Right now it is Betsy Hill who has a commanding lead over Pauline Carter, our defending champion come one. As the next PS we made by number 7. Trying to hold on number 2 in a hurry. Right now number 6 is getting left behind in the competition for a while. Number 8 seems like he's also left behind in the competition for a moment. But who really got the next command PS as we pass the 1 minute mark? It's our defending champion, Pauline Carter. And now it's catch up to number 1 in a hurry. Currently it is Betsy Hill who is in the lead, followed by Sam McDonald in second place. And Betsy Hill is quarterback. That means Sam McDonald will have command of the lead. Pauline Carter will move up to second place at the current moment. Now making her way towards the checkered path on the sapphire portion of the course. As the next PS win made by number 7. That makes the second PS of the race. And look at that. He takes the lead over 5-star Chao from number 1. Poor number 6 and poor number 8 really needs help every now and then. But I think they're going to be left behind for a while. Back to number 7. And now he has a little bit more room ahead of him. Good domination so far, by the way it looks at it. Right now, Pauline Carter is catching up to Sam McDonald up in the hill. And right now, Sam McDonald is there, and she's going to rest. That means Pauline Carter will have command on the lead up in the front. But here comes Sam McDonald with the next command speeders, trying to make a comeback against Pauline Carter. Right now, number 6 is getting left behind, and a couple of still Chao on going to rest. Numbers 1 and 2 to be exact. They're getting left behind on the competition on the way back. By the way, it looks at it. And this time Sam McDonald goes 1 consecutive. That makes 2 in a row by 2 in a row for number 7 and Sam McDonald respectively. But it's going to be Pauline Carter who's going to hold off Sam McDonald by a few feet right over there. As number 2 takes the next command speeders, and number 6 is getting left behind still. Pauline Carter holds off Sam McDonald to secure his second straight win. I knew Pauline Carter's speeders would be enough. She only needed 1 speeders to beat out Sam McDonald. Great job. Poor number 6 is getting left behind. Alright, Pauline Carter has done it. That's right, she has the number 1 towards the victory, and we'll present the best of the women's submission races after we hear a word from this. And now for race number 6. Race number 6 will feature Sasha Gizmo, Tiffany Anderson, and Marissa Heaton, the wife of Ali Sr., who has yet to get a win so far in this season. I highly doubt she's going to get any wins for the rest of the season. Let's see what happens here. Everyone's on the clock, and good luck to the 3 remaining divas, and let's rock this place! Okay, the next 3 divas are off and running, with Sasha Gizmo off to an excellent start ahead of the other 2 Chao and Harry. And it looks like number 2 is going to rest again, so he's going to be left behind for the second race in a row. And right now the 3 divas are going to shake the palm trees to bring down that coconut cheek fruit. And now they're going to eat the fruit. And there goes Sasha Gizmo. She's going to have a commanding lead over Marissa Hina in the come one. And what will Sasha Gizmo be doing? It looks like she's heading for the water as the first superstar gets beepers is Tiffany Anderson, who desperately needs to catch up every now and then. And look at that. Number 6 is going to so Tiffany Anderson will move out of place for 2. Right now, number 6 is getting left behind in the competition. And number 8 is going to expect to drop down to last place. And he bosses for 1 as US number 2 in this race will be made by number 6, who leads number 8 in us. And number 7 is going to last for a while. Right now, it is Sasha Gizmo who has a commanding lead over Tiffany Anderson at Come 1. She only have 4 wins so far this season, but this should be his 5th win of the season by Wilson. As number 8, the next command SBS, look at that, he flies down the aisles, but he's still in last place, just barely. Right now, it looks like Sasha Gizmo is making his way toward the Emerald Sapphire Porsche course, as we have back into number 8. And now he moves up a number place. And now he's trying to battle for the lead over the 5-3 Chao and Marissa Hina. And it looks like number 7 pauses for 1. That means he needs a couple of speed bumps if he wants to get back in this one. And this is one of them. Will he get some more? We'll find out soon enough. And back with fun, Sasha Gizmo is going to rest. That means Tiffany Anderson will have a little bit of catching up to do. But I still think Sasha Gizmo is going to hold on for an easy victory. Yep. Next place belongs to Marissa Hina, the wife of Al Hina Sr., who has yet to get a win so far this season. Poor number 6 is getting left behind in the competition. A couple of Chao also getting left behind with number 6. But it's Marissa Hina who gets back-to-back speed bumps, now trying to make the pass from numbers 8 and 2 for third place. Meanwhile, Sasha Gizmo is safely in the lead ahead of Tiffany Anderson as he makes his way towards the home stretch. Sasha Gizmo is going to have a commanding win over Tiffany Anderson by way of excited. But right now, all eyes are on Marissa Hina as he takes a 3rd consecutive speed bus. And Sasha Gizmo is at the home stretch trying to wrap things up ahead of Tiffany Anderson. As number 7 will get another turn. That makes his 2nd speed bus of the race. Looks like Marissa Hina and Tiffany Anderson won't be able to catch up to Sasha Gizmo in time. Sasha Gizmo holds on the competition to secure her 5th win of the 2017 season. As number 7 is spending to close this one out with back-to-back speed bumps, and number 6 can't just forget about this race empty-handed. Alright, so Sasha Gizmo gets the job done. That's why she now has 5 wins, and there's more time coming up with the remainder of the Women's Division races after these messages. Alright, that's 6 races down. We have 2 more races to go. That's right. And one of those remaining races will feature Helen Benjamin, Veronica Howard, and Olivia Thornton. If Olivia Thornton wins this race, she'll keep the number 1 seed and will have a spot in the playoffs. Meanwhile, Helen Benjamin can still survive, going at 6-6 with a win over Olivia Thornton. So let's find out if Olivia Thornton will clinch a spot in the playoffs, or if Helen Benjamin will still be in the hunt for a 2018 playoff bid. Good luck to these 3 years on the quest for victory. Everyone is on the clock, and please start the base. Oh yeah, by the way, Helen Benjamin wins, Sydney Newton will have the number 1 seed for the week. So that's important too. Anyway, the 4-3 Zebras are going to make their way towards the palm trees to bring down that coconut shaped fruit. Helen Benjamin is off to a good start, and now she's going to eat the fruit. And there goes Helen Benjamin busting down the line. Olivia Thornton is going to be right on her tail in 2nd place at Come 1. And Olivia Thornton is last. And it looks like Helen Benjamin is going to be heading for the water, trying to maintain her lead in the Come 1 over on the water. As the first superstar gets beat is number 7, who is way behind in the competition all the way in the back. And number 8 pauses for 1 try against attention. There goes Olivia Thornton. She wanted to have a spot in the 2018 playoffs. As number 8 leads number 7 left behind as he takes BS number 2 in this race. Number 7 of course pauses for 1. She's going to drop down back to last place for the Come 1. Number 7 is getting left behind in the competition. He had a speed bus over here, but now he's back in last place for a moment. And who got the next one is Veronica Howard. That's who trying to maintain her strength on the hill, and she did. Right now it is Howard Benjamin who has a commanding lead over Olivia Fortune as we pass the 1 minute mark in this exciting race. And who will get the next command viewers? It's number 2, that's Sue, trying to lead over 5 to Chao and Harry. Right now it looks like number 7 is getting left behind up the 5 to Chao and come on. Number 7 really needs a speed boost, and I mean now. 5 to Chao are closing in on each other for at least 4 of the Silver Chao. Which one of 5 to Chao will get the next command viewers? It's number 7 that makes the second viewers race, and look at that, he takes the lead over the 5 to Chao at the moment. Meanwhile, Howard Benjamin is trying desperately to maintain her lead over Olivia Fortune. Will Howard Benjamin spoil Olivia Fortune's attempt at a playoff bid? We'll find out soon enough. Next just belongs to number 6. And right now, Howard Benjamin is making his way towards the home stretch, with Olivia Fortune trying to make one last effort to stay alive. Howard Benjamin trying to maintain a lead as he enters the home stretch, as Veronica Howard takes her second speed space. Right now, Howard Benjamin trying to wrap things up over Olivia Fortune, and it looks like Howard Benjamin will spoil Olivia Fortune's party at a playoff bid. So it's going to be one more week before Olivia Fortune has to clinch for playoffs. As number 8 takes the next speed making his second speed space, Howard Benjamin is going to celebrate an easy victory. Howard Benjamin prevails over Olivia Fortune as we have just enough time for one more speed and we may by Veronica making her first speed space. That means Sadie Newton with Howard Benjamin's victory has the number 1 seed for this week. That's right, congratulations to Howard Benjamin and especially to Sadie Newton back in for the final race of the season after this. And now the final race of our Christmas Eve edition of Chao Racing 2017. That's right, all that's left for our Christmas Eve edition on week 26 is Real Posey taking on Erica Fellows and Christian Jacobs for race number 8 of our women's simulation play. So it's best of luck to the 3 remaining divas, everyone's on the clock, and let's have a Chao race! Alright, so who's going to close out the victories for our Christmas Eve status winner list this week? We'll find out enough. And it looks like numbers 1 and 2 are going to rest, so these 2 Chao are going to be left behind in the crowd. The 3 divas and the 3 other third Chao are going to shake the palm trees, and now they're going to eat the fruit, and it looks like we are posting positive for one, and Christian Jacobs is dancing to the beat. And there goes Erica Fellows. She's going to have the upper hand of the 3 Chao for the moment. She is trying to maintain her lead over Rhea Posey. And who's going to get the opening toss for the final race of week 26? It's number 8 who's going to start the speed race for this race. And number 7 is going to rest, so he's going to be left behind in the competition. And right now, Christian Jacobs getting left behind, and she's spinning around, so going to drop in the water. Poor number. Christian Jacobs is going to be left behind in the competition. As number 8, who wakes up for a snap, opens this one up with back-to-back speed race. And right now, it looks like number 6 is going to rest. That means Erica Fellows will command lead. Real Posey will be right on her tail in second place. As number 7 will get a turn out, and look at that, he is going to lead Christian Jacobs in last place. So now Christian Jacobs is getting left behind in the competition all the way back in pack. We have passed the 1 minute mark in the deciding race, and who will get the next command for us as number 8 pauses for a moment. It's going to be number 6, who leads on the 5 Sarah Chao and Christian Jacobs. Now he has a little bit of room to run more ahead of third place. Meanwhile, Erica Fellows and Rhea Posey are battling for the lead up in the front. Erica Fellows seems like he's winning over Rhea Posey at the current one. As number 7 will get another turn. That makes his second speed race of the race. Meanwhile, number 8 is getting left behind on the competition all the way in the back of the pack. I don't think number 8 will get any speed race for a while. He's going to be left behind for sure. Next speed race belongs to number 6, which makes him his second speed race, continuing to lead the 5 to Chao to come one, and back in front, Erica Fellows as we should top of the wall, and look at that. Real Posey is going, so Erica Fellows will have a little bit of normal, but here comes Real Posey with the next command for us. And it looks like she's just going to take the lead away from Erica Fellows, because Erica Fellows is going to rest. So now Real Posey will have command lead, trying to get into the drive seat, so that she'll have a chance to clinch the playoffs for next week. As number 8 takes a fair speed race race, it looks like Real Posey is going to hold off Erica Fellows by a couple of yards. So Real Posey is going to be 1 win away from reaching the playoffs. she's going to be in the driver's seat this week. As number 1 takes the next appearance, trying to win number 2 and does. Wheeler Posey is going to celebrate another easy victory in the hopes for the playoffs. Wheeler Posey also out the fellas to put herself in the driver's seat. So now she is 1 win away from clinching a playoff berth, and she is bowing today. And the final speed bus about Christmas Eve edition of Chao in 2015 will be made by none other than number 2, who leaves number 1 in dead meat all the way in the back of the pack. Alright, so Wheeler Posey closes up the victories for Santa's winners list. That's right, and we're going to wrap up our show in just a little bit, so stay tuned. So Santa, are you ready for your departure tonight? Yes, I am. And I promise all of our goodwill boys and girls, especially to all Chao saying men's and women's division superstars, and they will promise a happy Christmas for one and all. Merry Christmas, everybody! Alright, well, that's gonna do it. This is Brad Jack signing off. Thank you for joining us for the Jackson, Mississippi crowd for the business planning in our Christmas Eve edition of Chao 18 2017. We'll be back next week to present our tag team finale and to close out 2013 with a bang. Until then, this is Brad Jack signing off. Keep on smiling, Merry Christmas, and so long, everybody! This is Paul Sycamore signing off. Have a happy and Merry Christmas, and join us next week for our New Year's Eve edition for our tag team finale. See you then!